The experience, the power and the clinical precision of Serbia up against the speed and the canny play of this Italian team. Stefano Tempesta in goal for the Italians, but doubles up as their captain, does the 36-year-old, vastly experienced. And they're at the other end. It's an interesting start for this semi-final because Branislav Mitrovic gets the start ahead of their regular keeper, Gochko Pietlovic, who since letting in a goal on the near side, on the near post in the quarter-finals, has been taken out of the play and hasn't featured again, Alan. That's a big call at the start of this semi from Serbia. It
is, to start with Mitrovic. First time he will have started in this tournament. As you say, he did come into their quarter-final game against the USA. And a very solid performance from him. Although Serbia, after going 2 down, were actually fairly comfortable for most of the game. He certainly picked the main break points in that match 3 times. When the USA thought they were coming back, Serbia just went up the other end with their power and took the game away from them.
Yes, I think Serbia will be a little bit concerned about their lack of precision when it came to attacking the other night, but their defence was, as always, fabulous. So away we go with the second of the semi-final, and the swim-off goes to the Whitecaps of Italy, the 2014 European bronze medalists, getting possession of the ball against a team that have consistently featured on the podium in major championships, although no World Championship medal back in 2013 in Barcelona. Have to go back to 2009 for Serbia's last World Championship gold. So a little bit of pressure on this Serbian team to deliver, especially given their opponents here in this semi-final. And a little lob across the goal to the far side, just miscontrolled by the Italians, but just trying to test things out here for a few positions and a few opportunities. So a good early attack from Italy, but quite easily dealt with in the end by Serbia. Powerful swim through to the middle, trying to open up some more space. A long hold there from Figlioli, but it still does get a chance to shoot, and twice off the metalwork in the first attack from Italy.
Yeah, Figlioli, their big outside shooter, looking to draw the foul for that shot. But Serbia come forward, and it looks like they've won an exclusion. Number 5, Alex Giorgetti, out for 20 seconds, so it's Serbia's turn with the extra man.
Space in the middle, yeah, for the captain, and in the end just funneled to this near side for what was a relatively easy finish. And there's the difference in the capabilities of these teams. Italy with 2 opportunities to score but didn't take them. Serbia handed 1 bit of space and finished comfortably.
Just see the precision of that shot. He shoots between the 2 blockers on the bit of water in front of Tempesti, and the ball flies high into the net. There's very little space for him to shoot, and he picks exactly the right spot, does Polanovic.
So clever work. Polanovic opens up his account here in this semi-final. Croatia await the winner in the gold medal match. Again, using a similar tactic to the one they used against the Americans. Quite high initially in defence against the driving players. Keeping it quite high, trying to deny that ball into the middle, and it was denied successfully. And there's a bit of trouble here for the Italians as Serbia come away at pace, and they've definitely got an overlap, but well defended by the Italians. A sneaky little hand in there. Wow, very open stuff, and that's an unfortunate call against Italy.
Ball under being called there against Italy. As you say, I think that was rather fortunate. I think the referee just evens things up there.
Yes, he realised it, immediately dealt with, and a little bit of afters going on there. 2 men losing their swimming caps in the middle of the pool, refusing to let go of each other, but Italy onto another fast attack. They'd love to just sneak a goal back here.
It's been a lively opening 3.5 minutes. Serbia coming back, they're not coming back quick enough. And Baraldi wins the exclusion.
He was taking a little bit of a risk there if you don't have control of the ball, but the referee had spotted the infringement that had stopped Baraldi getting there. So man-up situation then for Italy. Once again looking for that long ball all the way across the arc to try and open up space. It does open up space for a third time running, and for a third time running Italy hit the woodwork, and this time it's the blockers that get the job done, and Mitrovic's goal stays intact. In fact, it was Mitrovic that got the hand on it. My apologies. Great save from the keeper.
Yeah, it was. And down low to the right-hand side. And Serbia going the counter, and there's a big gap on the far side, and a simple goal.
Well, that's as easy as it gets. Open goal, quite comfortably taken by Milos Kuk. Fourth goal of his tournament.
See the Italian defence slow to help and work each other out. There's Baraldi, the centre back. He was slow getting back.
I hesitate to say, Alan, but I'd have had a chance at finishing that one.
Yeah, I think Tempesti too far to the other side. He's telling them to calm down. That's fair advice.
Good chat from the Italian captain. Milos Kuk leaves the pool. His work done for the moment. Successfully so. Serbia 2 up. With a word of caution, we saw something very similar in the first semi-final, and Croatia looked very comfortable till Greece started to play. Looking for the foul, he's not going to get it. Easily dispossessed.
Italy going very hard in attack, lots of driving, but it's not creating any of the space that they're looking for or winning the exclusions.
Very good ball, and a lovely little slip pass. Oh, that is just fantastic. Absolutely wonderful water polo from Serbia.
We see some fabulous goals from outside shots, but sometimes it's moves like that can be some of the best goals you'll see. The whole team working together, even the centre forward there perhaps at a hold of Icardi, number 11 for Italy.
Italy in danger here of losing this match in the first period. They have to stabilise things, and they must stop doing what they're doing in attack. They're throwing caution to the wind, Alan, and leaving this pool open.
Yeah, no surprise really that Campagna calls a timeout. Losing 3 goals in a row is a worry, as you say, Simon, and that could easily let the game slip away from them before the end of the first period. So I think he's been doing just as you suggest, getting them to calm things down, make a few tactical changes. Ricetti's come in, number 8, to stabilise things at centre back, and he's brought in Icardi to sit in the centre forward place. You can see all the driving going on at the top of your screen, trying to get space, but Serbia are all over it.
That's a maelstrom of bodies trying to move into those attacking zones. Now much more traditional set up, moving it round the arc, but again Serbia play very high and dispossess Italy with ease. Back to Mitrovic, who's already made a cracking save in this game, which combined with the 2 shots that have hit the metalwork,
that's where Italy missed as well.
Oh dear.
On the defensive cover, Velotto for Italy.
From bad to worse for the team in the white caps. They mustn't concede another goal here, and they don't, not just yet anyway. Good save from Tempesti, the captain. And a bounce off the water and over Tempesti, but too many arms there for him really to get a good sight of that one, and Serbia go 4-0.
Well, it was the apprentice left-hander Dusan Mandic, the youngster who shows the master number 10, Filipovic, how to score. That's just a fabulously strong shot. And this is some of the strongest water polo you'll see. 5 minutes of absolute power from Serbia.
Genius from the 21-year-old. They've got two left-handers in this team, both very dangerous in Filipovic and Mandic, operating from the right side when they attack, whereas Italy have no left-handers. Not that that should exclude them from winning games, but it just means there's a little bit of magic gone from the attacking option, which Serbia have in abundance.
It does limit some of your options, particularly on this right-hand side of the pool.
Great read from Mitrovic. He's very good at that, you know. Super read, and then straight out to intercept that pass to the centre forward that was free. And look how quick Serbia are attacking again. They have not held off in this first half. And a big save from Tempesti, sticks out the left hand. Wow, it's fearsome out there. It really is. These two teams going at it very hard. Well, Italy denying Serbia on a couple of attacks, but they've also got a score on their own.
And again, the pressure on the arc gives a poor ball into centre forward, and Serbia pick it up. They're working so well with each other.
What a strange pass. Almost as if he felt the Serbian player was his centre forward. And that's going to be a call. Temporary call anyway on Italy. No exclusion. So Serbia restart with the full complement of players in there to defend. Long range effort. First really long range shot we've seen from Serbia, and that one over the bar and comfortably so from Aleksic. Campagna just laying the law down. There's nothing tactical about that one.
I think that's just frustration, some remonstration there.
Italian coach blowing a gasket on the sideline. It has been an incredibly naive start to this game.
And Italy again without a centre forward for much of this attack, so they've got very little to set things up on. And again, they will see the clock running down. That lob not really going to threaten Mitrovic.
Well, what an ugly start to this match for the Italians. Serbia will be licking their lips. Very straightforward. Italy, well, if you count the two balls that hit the metalwork, then the save from Mitrovic, then okay, maybe they could have had 3 goals, but ifs, buts and maybes, they've never won a game, and Serbia call the timeout just to steady things down themselves. Dejan Savic very much on top of things. It's good disciplined coaching from him. And he'll know what a hammer blow 4-0 will be at the end of this first period.
As I said earlier, that 5 minutes of play from Serbia defensively, things like that on the arc. And they're putting pressure on Italy the whole time, and perhaps some underhand goings there, giving them that advantage.
Yes, that was the both men being dispossessed of their swimming caps earlier on. It's ferocious.
Just looking a little bit innocent now.
Who, me, ref? 4-0 Serbia in possession again, and after the time out to discuss tactics, and Italy fortunate, they get away with one there. Once again Tempesti beaten, and once again the metalwork coming to the aid of the defensive team. Now can Italy make something? Can they get something out of this first period?
So Italy playing with 2 centre forwards have changed things a little bit. When they do get the ball in, got the ball in the hand.
Well, Italian centre forward surfaces to look immediately at the referee and ask why no call. Baraldi just overpowered by 3 men.
Yeah, he still had the ball in the hand with the chance to get that shot away. And the Serbian team was back to dispossess him. We have 6 seconds left in this first period.
I don't think Serbia are too concerned, just throwing a speculative Hail Mary ball into the air. And from Italy's point of view, that has shaken them to the core. That's right, one team thumbs up, One team thumbs down. 4-0 Serbia. And Italy have got problems already in this semi-final with 3 periods still to play. It's only going to get tougher. Fantastic start with some quite wonderful water polo from the Serbians and a thoroughly deserved lead. So the crowd enjoying this one. I'm not sure Italy will be enjoying this though. Difficult to see a way back for them at the moment, the way this Serbian team are playing. It really was some fabulous stuff to watch, Alan.
Yeah, goals from 4 different players in the Serbian side and a couple of counter-attack goals which we don't often see. That one, the pick of the bunch for me, was a goal by Stefan Mitrovic, where at least 4 other players combined in pretty close proximity to put Mitrovic through in front of goal and give that man Tempesti no chance with the shot. That was it there. So yeah, Dejan Savic will be delighted with that start. The power in defence, the pressure on the arc. Because there's so much pressure on the arc, the ball's not getting into centre forward. Very few exclusions, two apiece in the first period. You usually expect Serbia to concede a lot more. They don't tend to worry when they lose a player. They work so well when they are man down.
So that's how things look on the stat sheet. Italy will not want to read the first 2. 0 goals means 0% efficiency when it comes to shooting, and they've got to sort that out. Second period of this first half. So far so good for the team in the blue caps. Serbia have been imperious. 4-0 up, could have been worse for Italy. Second of the swim-offs, a bit more impetus from the Italians this time. They drive in and take possession of the ball once more, but that has meant nothing to the result so far this evening. They need a goal. They need to steady the nerves and give themselves a platform to build on. Once again, Serbia staying very high on that arc.
So the Serbian centre back, he plays in front. And then he'll go behind. And just eats up time, a few seconds left. And Italy get the 2 metre of the shot with just 1 second of the 30 remaining.
Well, it's not the result they were after, but it's not a terrible result by any means with the 2 metre restart. And possession once again goes back into the 30-second shot clock, so a chance for Italy to score.
Exclusion here. Andrea Prelanovic, number 11, holding on the arc. As Andrea Fondelli, number 6, looked to move, but that's a poor move there from Italy in the extra man.
Well, without doubt, there were 2 centre forwards clear there for Italy, and they've thrown the ball straight to the Serbian centre back. So, being swum away into attack once more. Prelanovic looking for his first pass. Serbia keeping Italy guessing here with their formations. This is clever stuff, and a nice stop from Tempesti, the Italian captain and keeper, with his 3rd save of the game.
Italy should have the extra if they can move it quickly. Jetlovic was slow to get back, but he's got his position now. And it will be an exclusion against Serbia.
Well, they've used them wisely, Serbia. Definitely causing Italy some problems here. It's that long pass across the face, but it's created at last a bit of space for the shot. And finally, much to the delight of this Kazan crowd, Italy are on the scoreboard, and Mitrovic has been beaten, but it's taken something like 10 minutes of this match for that to happen.
Alex Giorgetti, number 5. Far too much space, according to Dejan Savic. But he held his time well. There was a channel opened up.
Just under the arm of Mitrovic. Good to see a team that is in such control of a match still looking concerned about a single goal going in. Let's see if they can respond immediately. Italy being made to work very, very hard in defence so far in this match. Another good stop from Tempesti, but the rebound comes back out to Serbia. Another big clash in the middle.
Interesting matchup with number 10 Filipovic and Giorgetti. You just see him at the top right of your screen.
Well, Giorgetti almost handed a man-to-man marking job there on Filipovic. He's done a good job.
Filipovic is often called upon to close down the key player on the other side. In the last few years, and it will be Giorgetti that will be getting his attention.
Oh, and the Italians won't be happy with that. So often these opportunities look open, but once you've lobbed the ball, the keeper, if he's in a decent position, should be able to deal with it, and Mitrovic has made that look easy. Mitrovic, 2 meters and 1, so 6 feet 7. So with just that little flick of the legs, he is way clear of the water, comfortably above the crossbar. And that's nice work from Italy to dispossess the Serbians. So we're seeing far less attacking potence in this second 8 minutes.
And Serbia unable to keep the intensity of that opening 5 minutes. Not surprising given the amount of effort they must have put in there. And the last few attacks have been somewhat inept. This is Giorgetti. And again he shows why he's a danger man.
Well, played on quickly after the whistle. He was perfectly entitled to do so, but that is a tremendous save. Second really big stop from Mitrovic in this game. And another break for Serbia. Space is open, and this time Tempesti powerless to stop them. It's 5-1, and that was a very, very strong shot in the end from Stefan Mitrovic. Wedges in the net and the stanchion. Serbia back in control. Well, Italy, every time it looks like they're going to get back in this match, Serbia just close the door again.
And 2 goals for Stefan Mitrovic. That's one of the unheralded players in this Serbian side, but he does a power of work on the left-hand side of the pool, often the provider. An exclusion against Serbia. Number 8, Milan Aleksic, out for 20 seconds.
Yes, Mitrovic did a very good job in the European Championships, playing that stand-in role when required, guiding them to the gold medal. And the ball transported around the arc, but once again, that only the space that was left for the Italians to shoot at was well patrolled by the keeper and Campagna. To anybody that's interested in listening, wants to say what's going wrong, but what's going wrong is that Italy just cannot keep attacking as frivolously as this and then refusing to do the work in defence. What a good ball.
Yeah, another counter-attack goal. Very rarely at this level do we see a player getting away all the way through, and it is the captain, Živko Gokic, one of the top scorers in this Serbian side, so you can see why he's even more delighted getting a goal in this semi-final.
Yeah, like a prop forward getting a try there in rugby. Gokic then back to his day job, defending the goal and taking chunks out of the opposition centre forwards.
See the exchange in defence there down this bottom right hand side.
Just can't see the attacking pattern from Italy. I cannot see what they're trying to play. And you know, a snapshot bounces into the top corner, but relatively little celebration there from De Fulvio. This was just a bonus. And they're not going to win the match shooting from that distance.
Yeah, it wasn't even off a foul. He just got a little bit of space. And no centre forward. There's actually a lot of space in front of the goal. Usually it's very crowded in there. But the Fulvio got a couple of goals against Hungary the other night. Gives Italy their second this evening.
Fabulous win by the Italians, but they've done a lot of work so far at this championships. This is their 6th game. And we're going to see an exclusion, are we? Yes, we are. And a timeout as well, called by Serbia. Going to try and make maximum use of this attacking man-up opportunity with time on the clock.
Their first man up off the second period. A couple of counter-attack goals, but they've not really set things up in terms of centre forward and arc. So taking the opportunity.
Yes, in terms of the bread and butter attacking strategy of Serbia, we've seen relatively little. They, as you say, they've scored, what, 3 breakaways and 1 open goal. Yeah,
very unusual. 1 for Italy to concede these type of goals, but 2 to see them at this level. I'm just seeing some of the pressure Serbia putting on in defence. Even the youngster, number 9, Jaksic.
So away we go again after the timeout. Serbia looking to make it 7-2 with this man up. Once again, the left-hander shaping to shoot. Being patrolled nicely at the moment. And that's a great ball. That's an even better save from Tempesti.
Yeah, the space opening up there as the 2 left-handers were drawing the players out. So that was the ball to play into the post, but a great save from Tempesti.
Working high up the Italians from the restart at the 2 metre. Look how spread out this is, man on man at the moment. Italy doing well here. Couple of minors, so a bit of space for the pass, but still working hard to get to the men in defence. And now a chance to bring it in closer to home. And Italy won't mind passes like that from the Serbians, but we've got another exclusion. So in they go to the goal to restart. Man-up situation again for Serbia. And again, a lot of faking from the outside shooters before the middle ball comes, and the finish is there. And how many more times are Italy going to fall for this one? Alexic ghosting into the middle.
Dusan Mandic there with the ball in his hand as you see it. He draws the whole Italian defence. Centre man, number 2, De Fulvio, drawn out of position. And it opens a big gap there for Jaksic.
Yeah, my apologies. I thought it was Alexic, number 8, but it is number 9. Well, Serbia untroubled so far in this second semi-final. Nikola Jaksic with his first goal of the game.
At the age of 18.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's great to see these teenagers coming through. But coming through into an environment where they are surrounded by experience. What a great way to find your way in international water polo. A real luxury to see how the greats behave around you, how they prepare for matches, how they go into tournaments. Invaluable. Good work again. Most opportunistic defence from Serbia, just attacking these key pass areas and getting arms up again. It's all too good from Serbia, and from Italy it's directionless at the moment.
So one player makes a foul here, he comes back, 2 others drop in.
And that takes training, organisation and understanding of this game. And ball, traditional ball, into the middle for Serbia.
Some frustration there.
Prosciutti asking what the problem is. The problem is that you've let the man go again, and that is as easy as it gets. And this is an absolute demolition job at the moment. Second goal for Stefan Mitrovic. A little poke in the eye for his troubles as well. 8-2 Serbia.
Just sheer indiscipline there and frustration from Italy. Number 8, Nicholas Prosciutti, I think the cause of that. Over fouling when the Italians should have had the ball. Italian go one way. Mitrovic stayed up, and that's why he got the opportunity. He's put the 8th goal in for Serbia.
6-goal difference. Very, very different look to the second semi-final from the first. Greece were back in business against Croatia by this stage. In the end, Croatia coming through in a penalty shootout, if you've just joined us, so they're in the gold medal final. Very difficult to talk about a way back for Italy here, because seemingly not much strategy in attack. A way back looks virtually impossible, and if they keep doing that, it is going to be impossible. 15 seconds left.
The pressure that Serbia are putting on them, they can't get the pass made at all. And Kalanovic there is, and here they go. Looks like they're on a counter again.
Ball wide, 2 seconds left, no snapshot coming, and this first half draws to a close with Serbia once again on the front foot. Not able to capitalise, fortunately for Italy this time, but they've already done the damage. Second period started off quite tidily for Italy, but changed dramatically, and Serbia lead by 6 goals.
With the Eurosport app, get live coverage of all your favorite sports. Check on the fortunes of your favorite teams and players. Follow the matches and events live. Download now. Eurosport, the benchmark in sports apps. Eurosport Live Score is available on the iPhone and iPad for free. Every competition, every result, live comments. Eurosport Live Score, available on the App Store.
Следите за гранд-туром Вуэльта с 22 августа по 13 сентября. Прямая трансляция на телеканале Евроспорт.
Welcome back. Well, the only way we can describe what we've just seen in the first half, Alan, is demolition job.
a powerhouse of play from Serbia, and as you say, they have demolished Italy. They've kept pressure on them. You see the turnovers, 8 turnovers against Italy. They keep stealing the ball from them. They're frustrating them. Italy are losing the rag with themselves. A bit of a downhill spiral for Italy. They really need to snap out of it.
8 goals then to Serbia, but at least 4 of those were gifts. But Serbia still had to do the defensive work to get the turnover and then spot the space that was available. They've done that well on 50% of the occasions on which they've attacked. Italy in for a very tough second half. Well, never say never, I guess, is the motto that Italy need to apply in the second half. They are 8 goals to 2 down against a rampant Serbian team. Some of the defence work has been astonishing and then clinical in attack. They've got both facets of the game right tonight, and Italy now have to try and recover this 6-goal deficit. Well, they're going to have to start sooner rather than later, otherwise time will become a factor. But what they must start being is discipline, because that is what has cost them so much in this match. Ill discipline and temperamental play. And Serbia have simply just sat there and taken the chances.
Boris Margeta there. A little bit frustrated with the Serbian setup.
So Italy have won 2 from 2 on the swim-offs, make that 3 from 3. Fat lot of good that's done them though.
Figlioli, who's often one of their main shooters, he's been very quiet. The only time we've mentioned him is winning the swim-off.
Again, Serbia immediately into defence. They got a spare man temporarily, but once again moving him into position. This is better from Italy. Well, good start, poor finish. And it's the number 10, Stefano Luongo, normally so reliable in that position. But it's Mitrovic again with a big hand. So his 3rd really good stop of this game in the Serbian goal.
Have a turnover foul in centre forward. Again, Italy's frustration. Number 11, Matteo Icardi, the centre forward, just backing in too high and too heavy.
Well, first time I think we've seen that in this match. Serbia actually passing the ball backwards before going into the setup, rather than just swimming that straight at the goal. And more often than not scoring, and this will be a call against Serbia, not called by the referee, so turnover ball immediately for Italy.
I think Kalanovic holding on a little bit too long.
Shaping to shoot and shooting. Route 1 from the Italians. Not much by way of attacking finesse there.
Gokic, the number 3 for Serbia, perhaps a little slow to get his arm up in centre back. It's him. That Serbian defence would be looking to take that ball out.
So Fondelli, with his first goal of the game, reduces the deficit to 5. Serbia into the middle beautifully. That is quite exceptional play from the centre forward, Pietlovic, going onto his back and backstroking away from the defender, and then got a cracking pass.
Just see the movement there. He just made a slight nudge, rolled over. Filipovic knew he was going to do that and was ready to give him the ball. It's not all just about power and strength in that centre forward position. Yeah, good movement and skill.
Nicola Gitto just getting schooled there by the big man. And I think Tempesti, the Italian keeper and captain, has had enough.
No pressure on the ball coming in, not enough pressure on the centre forward. Too many mistakes too often.
And look at the difference. Just looks like Serbia have more players in the water. Isn't the case at all, and in some cases on man-up situations for Italy, it's looked like there have been more Serbians in the water. That's better, that's better. Great middle ball, Well taken by Beraldi.
Yeah, good response there from Beraldi, showing what the Italian centre forwards can do. Just as we said, similar thing, rolled out and he got the pass on the hand. The Fulvio making the pass. That was excellent work.
Yeah, virtually carbon copy in the way that he came away from his defender. Italy once again reduce the deficit to 5. I'm trying to make that sound positive, I'm failing. Speculative shot, easily dealt with by Tempesti, so restart for Serbia at the 2-metre line. Pjetlovic with a goal earlier on. That was a fantastic piece of work.
You see the fight in centre forward, the 2 number 7s, Slobodan Nikic.
He's lost his cap again.
Giacopo, the defender, he throws the cap away. And he throws the defender away as well as he goes out for 20 seconds.
Immediately replaced by Figlioli, who comes into that centre position in the absence of the centre-back through exclusion. Looking ominous here, right on that near post, and all sorts of space being created for Serbia. They're still not going to take the shot, and eventually, a couple of passes too many probably. Good work from Italy.
It was good because the space had opened up on the left-hand side. So to get back and, as you called it, Figlioli number 4 in the middle doing the block.
Italy well away with impetus. They really have to believe that if they keep attacking with speed, that there will be something in it for them in this match, but they've got so much to make up. Laid off into that middle position when the attacking opportunity for the shot was probably there. Didn't see too many arms up, and that is a chance spurned. There's a nice view from distance, end on. Have a look at what the spectators see, and quite amazing how quickly the players move from one end of this pool to the other. And Serbia have got to do that again in defence. Campagna looking a little calmer, aren't?
A bit calmer, yeah. Things have slowed down a little bit. This team are leading this period 2-1. As you say, only 5 down.
Yeah, you see, you make it sound much better. Glass is half full now, clearly. Italy once again looking for the space.
Again, Beraldi's doing a lot of good work in centre forward this period, number 12. And that's good work on the outside because it draws the foul and the exclusion. Nikic excluded, and he will also change. He's done his hard work in centre forward. Italy need this.
Take it to the line. And back into the middle. Too many passes again. Oh, this is running out of steam.
It didn't look like they were a man up, did it?
It's unbelievable. And Mitrovic with stop number 4. Big celebration for what looked like a fairly routine save, but once again, ball channeled down between the blockers' arms, and Mitrovic deals with it nicely, and Serbia go on a more forceful attack. This is more like the sort of attacking drive that we were seeing from them early doors, and that's a wasted ball. Well, it's not been great for them in the third period, and a timeout called. Campagna it is that wants a word, but Dejan Savic will be more than happy to get a chat with his players at this point.
Yeah, Italy have done much better in this period, much more composure. Beraldi in centre forward's done well for them and given them some shape out there.
So the Italians on a timeout. The purpose of that timeout, once possession was obtained from the last Serbian attack, Coach Campagna wanted to make sure that he talked to his team about how they were going to attack next time round. Two keepers have both had pretty good games. Good save ratio there from Mitrovic, and 4 of them have been really solid.
He's done well coming in to start this game. Very reliable. As we see some of the action in centre forward. Italy have the extra man. As Mitrovic was excluded.
Can they make the man up count this time? Once more, quite expansive passes, but it doesn't count. And that's a decent stop from a bit of a muffed shot from Velotto on the line.
Yeah, the ball into the centre.
Well, he was being patrolled again, wasn't he?
Yeah, not much space anywhere. Italy waste another man-up opportunity.
They've got space here in the centre. Italy just about recovering the situation. Oh dear, a big wind-up. Ends up with the ball slipping out of the hand. You don't see that often.
Yeah, Filipovic usually sticks to his hand until he lets fire with it.
That'll be a fine from Savic after this match. Look how Serbia are so relaxed about leaving those spaces, knowing that they can get the defenders there when they read the play.
And the ball in under pressure doesn't go to the right place. A couple of Serbian players go back to have a word with Icardi, and he's left behind.
Icardi still struggling to make his ground. Nice pass into the space that he would have been filling. He eventually finds his way back to the centre. Yeah, this is good work from Italy. And they have defended successfully again. Definite signs of improvement from the Italians in this second half.
Yeah, much more composed, much more shape in their attack. Although Serbia will probably be content just to trade goals. There'll have to be some miraculous change for them to lose this match. But they will want to keep some rhythm if they are the ones who go into the gold medal game.
No improvement in the scoreline for Serbia, but same can be said for Italy. So man out, man up for the Whitecaps. Mitrovic out again. You have to keep an eye on things with regard to exclusion from this game. And again, another strong block. I don't think Filipovic could quite believe that shot was taken as he swam into the face of the Italian attacker. But they regain possession.
Filipovic does a power of work in defence. And Italy get the rebound again, and we'll have the third attack in a row inside the last minute of this third period.